There isn't a universally agreed upon biggest thief in the world, but history has seen some notorious criminals responsible for massive heists. Bernard Madoff, one of the largest financial thieves, Madoff orchestrated a Ponzi scheme worth about $65 billion, defrauding thousands of investors.
Let's go deeper into the story of Bernard Madoff, who is often referred to as the orchestrator of the biggest financial fraud in history. Who was Bernard Madoff? Bernard "Bernie" Madoff was a well-known financier and former chairman of NASDAQ, one of the world's largest stock exchanges. He was highly respected in financial circles, but behind the scenes, he was operating what turned out to be the largest Ponzi scheme ever uncovered. What is a Ponzi scheme? A Ponzi scheme is a type of financial fraud where returns are paid to earlier investors using the capital from newer investors, rather than from actual profit earned. In such schemes, the person at the center, Madoff in this case, promises high returns with little or no risk. As long as new investors keep coming in, the fraud can sustain itself. However, once the scheme runs out of new investors or those invested try to withdraw their money en masse, it collapses. How did Madoff's scheme work? Madoff promised consistent, above-average returns to his clients. He attracted investors by appearing as an elite and successful asset manager, and he managed to convince some of the wealthiest people, charities, celebrities, and institutional investors to trust him with their money. Madoff used new investors' money to pay off older investors. His reported returns seemed too good to be true, and they were. He claimed to be able to deliver steady profits even during times when the market was performing poorly. He fabricated account statements that showed investors were making regular profits, when in reality, there were no legitimate investments generating returns. How big was the fraud? Madoff's fraud is estimated to have reached $65 billion, the largest financial fraud in history. The scheme unraveled during the 2008 financial crisis when many investors tried to withdraw their funds due to the overall market instability. Madoff couldn't keep up with the withdrawals, and his fraud was exposed.